our faith, where we find where we belong. Grateful for his love every single day. Empowered for his days past, lighting on the way. Raise to the highest, in unity we rise, with love and resilience, reach for the skies.
Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys.
Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to It's Our Time podcast.
Yay.
I'm Kay.
And I'm Tiara, y'all.
Yes. We want to do a fall check-in real quick.
Sure.
Fall's ghetto.
Why?
I'm not ready for the summer to be over, but no.
either.
I do like the colorful leaves and stuff and like pumpkin picking and stuff, but it's raining today and I hate it.
I'm not letting go of summer till the last minute, okay?
Okay.
I almost had an anxiety attack when I saw the leaves changing and on the ground. I was so sad, like no.
Listen, yeah, I wasn't ready either because you know what's coming next. Old man winter.
I ain't with all the snow and all that. I can't. But what can we do?
Right.
You know, it is what it is.
All right.
Yes. So what's going on for today? What we talking about?
What we talking about? We
got some tea or no?
We got some tea.
I think a little bit.
a little bit of tea.
A little word on the street tea.
We're talking about dealing with judgment after a breakup when you move on, I guess. Like as if breaking up and moving on from your partner isn't hard enough.
Yes.
We're talking about the judgment that you get from people thinking you did it too quickly.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about why they judge and how their judgment most of the time it has nothing to do with you, more so their own insecurities.
Right. Because they wish they could do it.
Yes.
They're a little scared.
Right. I've been loving seeing all the people.
Yeah.
Let me put this one, do not disturb. I've been loving seeing all the people moving on and becoming happy, like in their new relationships. It's so refreshing to see.
Yes, I'm loving seeing Cash Doll happy, Tiana Taylor.
Yes.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Having a baby and everything.
Yeah.
She's dropped her album, which is dope. Shout out to her.
Yes. And Tiana dropped that album.
Oh,
yes.
I like Tiana's too. Hers is good too.
Yes. They've been on repeat.
Yes. Yes. For the lovers. Her album is for the lovers.
Yes. But what I can say to this topic, what I want to say to this topic is you don't know when a person has mentally checked out of a relationship versus physically.
Yes.
You don't know the inner work they've done on themselves. You don't know how much they've healed. You don't know when their healing started, when the process started. Because I feel like in toxic relationships or relationships that don't serve you, most of the time you got to do your healing while you're still in the relationship.
That's very true.
Because the more work you do on yourself, it lets you know, like, I don't even belong in this place in the beginning.
Right. Right. If the other person's not taking the time to work on themselves also, you're going to just grow apart.
That's right.
Yeah. I feel like, relationships are hard, and breaking up is even harder. But
it's hard. It's very hard. People think it's easy, but it takes a lot of courage and strength to move on from a relationship.
Right, because most times when people are ready to go, they already got other things lined up, planned, and everything like that. So that'd be the crazy part.
Yes.
But we don't know what people go through. I feel like we judge a lot when we don't really even know what people are going through.
Right, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
But yeah, you never know what somebody is going through while they're in a relationship. So that's why you really can't judge, what you see after the relationship. And everybody wants to be loved, and everybody wants to be loved, correctly. And if they're not, it's okay to move on. That's between them and their partner if they had a conversation or, their daily life and their interactions.
Right. Okay. Yeah. People don't see the full scope. Like, people do not see your full journey. They see glimpses and pieces. And, we don't really show much of what's going on. Only the happy moments. We
Right.
only really show the happy moments. So
Right.
people assume that, you know, your relationship is perfect and you got, you know, you got this fairy tale, but sometimes it's not what it seems. People can be in relationships for 20 plus years and
Right.
unhappy for 19 of them.
Right. I know one of my clients, she was like 70 years old getting divorced. She was like, I've been unhappy for 25 years now.
Yeah,
So,
it happens.
yeah. Can't just listen. When I got my divorce, I know I said to myself, I'm not spending the rest of my life unhappy. I want to live. I'm not going to be doing
Right.
this and be unhappy. We only get one life to live. So live it how you want to. Not based on society, of what people think of women and all this stuff like that. Do it based on you.
Right. I had a family member. It wasn't even my family member. It was his. Somebody that's never even been married before, has never walked in my shoes. You supposed to bow down to your husband. I'm like, oh, what?
That's old school.
This is not the 1800s, okay? Women are
Right.
choosing themselves.
Yes, choosing peace
Yes.
over pain. There's nothing wrong with that.
Seriously.
You know, even with the Carly B thing, you know, she had said she went to the hospital and all types of stuff, like you're stressing out and, you know, the cheating and all that stuff like that got to be too much. And when you finally, and she said her staff and stuff like that was having meetings because they just was worried about her. Like the people
Yeah.
around you get worried and concerned about you. And they want, if the people the people around you that really love and care about you and they see you changing and they see this, you know, negative coming over you, you know, once they sit you down and talk to you, you know what's real. Like it's showing, it's seeping out that you're unhappy.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it does affect, it affects your daily life.
Yes.
Especially somebody being so close to you and they, oh my goodness, I can remember times when I was like, I don't even want to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be so upset, you know?
Right.
So,
You short to your kids. You ain't, you know, loving on them the way you should. And you're not loving on yourself the way you should.
right.
You know? It's just sad because, you know, at some point in time you did love this person.
Yeah.
And having to make that decision is a hard one.
Gotta prove that we're worthy of love again. We gotta prove that we tried and we put up a fight.
It's true.
You be fighting so long to stay in a relationship
Right.
that God never even wanted for you. You fighting God to keep the relationship.
He's like, well, how many more times I gotta tell you?
You okay?
What? I'm gonna have to drag you through the woods.
I ain't gonna lie, I was hard headed.
We
I had
all
to
have.
be told 5, 6, 7 times.
Yes, we all have been there. We all have been there. So that's why you can't judge nobody. We all go through a
cannot.
relationship. None is perfect at all.
You know what I don't understand? I don't understand the women that laugh at another woman's pain.
No.
Right? I could never. It's like we've all been through something. And one thing about them tables, they always going to turn. And you might not be going through a breakup or losing your marriage, but life will put something in your hands that you're going to have to release.
We'll sit you on your butt. Yes. Right.
We all going through the same
Right.
lessons, just in different formats.
Right. And then we see like, you know, in the celebrity world, we see Carissa Shield, Remy Ma, and Papoose, whatever like that. And we seeing a lot of people being still married and still moving on. You know, being separated, because I was separated for a while before my divorce and stuff was final. And I started dating. We didn't live together anymore or anything like that. You know, you just got to do what makes you happy. You don't never know when you're going to meet somebody.
Right.
And, you know, everything's already final. You're not, you know, physically with them anymore, mentally there anymore, you know. If you done moved out and all that stuff like that. So, you know.
Yeah.
It's time to move
I
on.
can say I did the same thing. And it was more so out of, like, just being procrastination. Like, I never thought we would get back together. I never wanted the relationship to work anymore because I already knew, like, it just wasn't going to work. But it was, like, me just procrastinating, falling.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those steps is big ones. Right.
They are.
Real big steps. But the thing is, too, is like Tiana Taylor was saying, she said she tried and tried. Like, when she was really done, she was really done. And I think that's really good to know when you're really done, because you'll still be having feelings for the person that you're breaking up with, and then you'll meet somebody else and move on, knowing that you still want to be back with that person. Now you done brought somebody else in on your drama. So I really feel like if you really like separated, broke up, and all that stuff like that, really make sure that you're healed, and really make sure that's what you want to do, because you don't want to add other people into your hurt, into your pain, because they didn't deserve to be bled on. So it's okay with moving on. Just make sure you fully know that that's what you want to do, because it's not worth. That's how a lot of people get killed in these, these crimes and, love affairs and love crimes and all that stuff like that, because we're adding people onto our lives and when we're not fully closing the door. So just make sure the doors are closed before you go on to your journey.
Yes, absolutely.
Like we said last episode, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Just walk with grace and respect, and we have to kind of as women,
We do. Oh my goodness, I feel like mine's could have ended a little bit better, but we both ultimately knew that it was over when it was over.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And how you know, like, what's a sign that you know you're done, would you say?
I guess don't want to be around them.
Yeah.
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 You're making every excuse not to be with your person, I think that's a sign.
Yes, a sign that you're ready to move on. When your ex don't even, like, they don't phase you. Like, they don't live rent-free in your head anymore. You can care less about what they doing.
Right.
You're not checking their social medias.
Right.
You're not,
right.
catching attitude when you see them with somebody else. That's how you know you're done.
Yeah, that's how you know you're done.
When you go out and you not, you quiet about it, you peaceful. But when you go around them and you upset and you cause havoc, you still got emotions. Yes.
Your emotion is still tied there. You're not over it yet, boo.
You got a little bit more healing to do.
Yes. Yeah, because you don't want to create rebound relationships. You know what I'm saying? So heal and work on yourself so you can know you're all the way done.
Yeah. Do you feel like you had the support you needed when you was going through your breakup?
No, I feel like at the time, out of all my friends at that time, I was like basically like the only person married. And I feel like me being the only person married was a part of the reason why, my relationship didn't kind of work, because we were kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to go out with my friends, and, he want to go out with his friends and all of that stuff. And, I'm like, it's more to life. I want to do more. So,
Yeah.
It's kind of outgrew each other. And we have 3 beautiful kids, but we just outgrew each other.
It happens.
Yeah, what about you?
Absolutely not. I feel like the people that I thought would be there for me wasn't. I feel like when you are the one that walk away, they feel like it's, that's your problem. You good, you can handle it. But, I don't think I had the right support.
Right. Yeah, you need people to, support you through your feelings and your emotions. And just to listen, I know my sister was tired of me calling her every day. I'm like, and what's crazy is I told myself is I don't want to be that person again. I don't want to be the person always calling and crying and, this happened. What do you think I should do? They're not my therapist.
Yeah, that's true.
They get burned out too.
At least you had somebody to call.
Yeah.
I did with everything by myself. I think that's why I've been so closed off after that.
Right.
Yeah. Dealing with stuff by yourself.
But that's a good thing, a tactic to have also, because that means you trust yourself. A lot of times we don't trust ourselves. That's why we listen to all these podcasts and these people in relationships and all this stuff like that, because we don't trust our own selves, and we have to do more of that. God told you what to do, and you know what you got to do. You just have to be strong enough to step in that.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
He always going to show you the way. You just got to be ready to listen and receive that message.
Right. But it's just a shame, that women are dragged when, they move on before their ex move on, even down with, to the celebrity stuff. It's just sad.
Yeah.
We need a little bit more grace for the women.
We do.
But, women, I'm loving seeing the women empowerment. I'm loving seeing them be happy, moving on, choosing themselves. Their kids much happier. They smiling.
Yes.
And being loved on correctly. Like,
Right.
it's nothing like after you go do the heartbreak and all that stuff, being loved on right.
Oh, yes.
You know?
It makes you appreciate the next person. I can tell
Yes.
you, after being in a relationship, it's easy to like find somebody else because you already know, like, I'm not dealing with this, I'm not dealing with that. So I see how people like
Yes.
move on
Right.
quick.
Right.
And people mistake leaving for losing too. That's because they see relationships as competition. Being in a toxic relationship and leaving it is not a loss. I mean, it's not a loss. It's a big win.
That's true. That's true. Because you're freeing yourself up. It's like, why constantly go through purposeless pain? Like, by continuously staying and putting yourself through a healing phase you don't even have to go through, you know?
Right.
Just letting it go and freeing yourself to be able to find love and find yourself again.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like some people can't handle seeing you happy or can't handle what they can't do. Like, your happiness might trigger their unprocessed wounds.
Right.
What you think?
Just showing strength.
I remember somebody said to me, well, did he cheat on you? Because if y'all love each other, if cheating isn't involved, you can work anything out. Love is not enough. Love is not enough.
Love is not enough.
Like, you gotta have respect, like you gotta have trust,
Yes. Big trust.
loyalty.
Yes.
You can have all those things and not have love, but you can't have love and not have all those things.
It's I guess you can say it's a team effort. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need all of them. I just ain't gonna have one. We can't be short. We need a little bit of all of them.
We need a little bit of it all.
Yeah. And I mean, after you really, somebody had said to me one time, they had said, do you think you gave up on your relationship too soon and all this stuff like that? Like, no. You know, sometimes you gotta walk away.
Sometimes you done held on a little bit too long. I feel like we hold on to things that sometimes we don't even want anymore because we're afraid of losing. We're afraid to feel like we lost something, but the longer you hold on to something that doesn't serve you, the longer you delay what God has for you.
Right.
I'm not making any moves without talking to God first. So
Nope.
whatever He wants for me is what I want.
That's true. If I want what God wants for me too, and that's why, you know, because a lot of times we get ourselves into situations that God is nowhere around. Like, you know, we don't pray together. We don't.
Right? And you're supposed to be submitting to somebody. Like, what am I submitting to?
Right.
We don't have the same values, or you don't have any at all, or whatever the case may be.
But that's like, you know, when we talk about it, like, you know, it's a double-edged sword sometimes because, you know, that's all goes back to before you started dating them. Of knowing ourselves, our values, and our intentions from the
Yes.
beginning, and knowing your worth as a woman and knowing what to put up with. Because a lot of things that we see in the beginning is the reasons why we break up at the end, because we put up with, you know, too much in the beginning, and we thought it was cool. Oh, he'll change, and that's
Right.
really who he is.
Yes.
And either, you know, he gonna work on himself, and, you know, you gonna work on you, and y'all work together, or you just gonna work apart.
Yeah, you gotta believe who people show you that they are.
Right. And could you deal with this same person for the rest of your life if they never change? Because most times people don't. They say they will, but they don't.
Right. Are you willing to accept this for forever?
Right. And that's what it comes down to. Because a lot of times you see people who are like cheaters, you know, that's just all they know. I guess it's like a thrill of, you know, someone, you know, reassuring them, or the newness of things, you know, when
Right.
you hear people like, you know, with the narcissists and all this sort that they got all these people and all this stuff like that. It's always the newness for them,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes.
So it's all about knowing, seeing it early.
Yeah. Seeing those signs and dipping when you see them
Right.
in the beginning.
Right. But we're not saying that, relationships, because regardless if it's a good relationship or not, it's going to be work. But knowing what God is using you for and knowing what, your purpose is and being used for that, So it's about knowing the difference.
Yeah. Having that discernment.
Am I supposed to be staying here helping? Like, what is my purpose here in this person's life? Was it just a season? Was it, what was the reason? Was it a lesson I need to learn?
Right.
Is it worth fighting for? Because, we are a team marriage. You know what I'm saying? But we don't want nobody in nothing that's toxic.
No.
Right.
Nothing that's toxic.
Right.
What else?
Yeah, but, to bring everything back together, women, we're just judged so much differently than men in relationships, in the career field. We got to work 10 times harder to be seen in careers. I'm loving really seeing the empowerment of women right now.
Yes.
The rap game, the music game, like, it's being taken over by the women. Like, we're all, the entrepreneurs and more women. Like, we really out here getting it. We see women truck drivers. We see women doing a lot of things. So salute to all the women out here who are really doing their thing in men-dominated careers and things like that. Because it's very hard for us women. We get paid less sometimes more than men. Like, women, we carry a lot on us.
We got a lot to prove.
Yeah.
We gotta prove a lot to get to where the men are. Like, we it's not equal at all.
Nope, in no way, in no area. And also, women get judged by the way they dress.
Yeah.
Us women, we gotta prioritize everything. We gotta prioritize our kids, our job, our family, and all that stuff like that. And sometimes a man, he just work and come home, and that's it. Here's your plate, daddy. Right? You feel me? Like, what? Like, you just worked all day. I done worked all day, fed the kids, got them dressed, took to school,
did the laundry.
Right.
Did the laundry, made the lunches.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen.
I said, I come back. When I said I want to come back, it's my husband.
Yes, your husband. Right, because he's going to be treated well.
Okay.
Very well. Yes, I like that one. Right.
What else you want to?
Right, any advice for someone who is looking to move on with their life, after going through a breakup, or, I would say just do what makes you happy.
Yes.
Choose your peace over anything else. And make sure you're fully done before you move on, because you don't want to hurt anyone else, and you don't want to bleed onto anybody else and cause anybody else pain or anybody else family pain, because a lot of times us women, we have to move on, but men sometimes can be a little bit different when you move on. Their ego can be crazy.
Child. Ain't nothing like a butthurt man.
Right. So make sure you safe when you're doing the things that you're doing.
Baby.
And move on, but also, take your time. We're not these celebrity people where we got bodyguards and, sometimes you can change your house and all that stuff like that. Most times you break up with somebody, you won't live in the same house. Celebrities can move somewhere else. They don't know where you're at. So just make sure whatever you're doing, just be safe at doing what you're doing, because when someone's hurt, sometimes they take different, actions. So just make sure you're all the way done and you can move on safely.
Yes. I like that.
Yes.
And do it when you're healed. Like, healing has no timeline.
Right.
Just make sure you do that work first, that inner work. So when you're choosing your new partner, you're choosing from a great place.
Yes.
You know what you're choosing. You know everything you're going to accept, the things that you're not going to accept.
Right.
So when you choose, make sure you're coming from a healing place.
Right. And they understand that from the beginning. It's not a change up. It's not nothing like, no, I told you my boundaries. I told you how I felt. We can't align here, so I got to go.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Well, what's your time to do?
Got my baby boy saved as my favorite, so of course he gonna come through. It is my time. Just to continue to heal from, even though breakups happen and, you know, time passes, it's still like a lot to process, especially when you got children.
Yes.
And, you know, so I would say just to continue to heal, to make sure that my kids are in a great headspace, you know, and that they know that they're loved.
Right. Because I've been divorced for almost 8 years now. And, you know, it's still, you know, hard sometimes with, you know, being the only parent. So it's a lot of self-coaching that you have to do to prepare yourself to go through this journey of being a single mom. Even when you date and move on with your life, you're always going to be their mom. You know what I'm saying? Until you really find a king that come around and really, like, you know, play that part in that position.
Right.
But, you know, you still got to be there for your babies and give them the support that they need. So I understand you.
Yeah.
And sometimes you feel like you in it by yourself, you know?
I always feel like I'm in it by myself.
Right. Being a taxi driver,
Girl.
the funding and all that stuff like that, you
The
know?
therapist, the chef,
Yeah.
everything, you know?
Everything.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So just give yourself some grace in this process, you know? Just give yourself some grace in this process. I know God is working all things together for your good, and, you know, He ain't going to give you more than you can handle. And you got this, and you're strong. And you deserve to be happy. So put a smile on your face.
Yes.
You know, get up, get dressed, and just tell yourself 3 positive affirmations about yourself every day. I say tell yourself something positive in the morning, tell yourself something positive at night. And you're going to get through this, and you're going to be happy again, and you're going to find love again. But most importantly, find yourself.
Yes. Did you do your time?
Yeah, it's my time to continue to find who I am in this journey, you know, evolving and things like that. So, and loving every version of myself, you know, going back and loving the woman who was strong enough to walk away, loving the woman who was brave enough to, you know, start over. So, you know, and loving who I am now. You know, the fearfulness person that I am now, who's willing to take on anything and any venture and know that, you know, I can do all things through God who strengthens me, and nothing is bigger than Him. So that's what I plan on continuing to do.
I like that. Yes, I like that.
Yeah. So keep doing y'all. But do it safely.
Yes, and with love.
Yes.
And find your king.
Yes, because he's out there waiting for you, girl.
Yes.
But be healed when you find him.
Be healed.
Because we might push him away. But if he love you, he's going to work with you. All right, y'all. See y'all next time.
Bye.